all over the track, man. Pardon me, as I come back, as I give it to, I had to beg your pardon. When I travel through the turn, I roll with the squadron. Row, like a dungeon dragon. Change a little jaws, cause the pants are sagging. Try to cut the big, I will put you in a turban. And have it smelling right, it's the most scale urine. Chocolatey choco, the chocolate chicken. The rear got diesel, but chicks they were kicking. Yo, bust it out before the buster, not the round, the rhythm and stick. The round the old time. You bring up the sound just like other to yo. Observe the vibe and check out the scenario. Yeah, my man, what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. What's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. So what's the scenario?
Hey, people. Happy Sunday. So, Apple TV just dropped season 2 of one of their most critically acclaimed series. I was not watching it the first go around when it aired on Apple TV, although I'm a fan of Apple TV shows. Okay, I'm here for Apple TV. Apple TV has not let me down yet, but the way my attention span was set up, when I watched the pilot episode of Severance, I ain't really take it all in. But when I heard season 2 was starting, I said, I'm gonna go back and revisit it. Glad that I did. And so we are each week going to review every episode because it really is a good series. It's a good mixture of comedy, drama, and sci-fi. And a good series of going down the rabbit hole. I feel like there's a lot of mysteries that have yet to be revealed, and I'm ready to see what's in store. Charles, you also binged the show. How do you feel about Severance?
I binged it in 24 hours. Felt like felt like I was at work. It's a dope concept though, but I'm more into the more nerdy side of things, but I dig it. It's just wild. And it's wild to binge all that at once, man. There's a lot to handle at once. But
it is. It's a show you have to pay attention to. I would much rather watch this week to week than all at once. That way I can process it. Yes. This is not one of those shows you can just throw on and it is what it is. You got to be invested in it. You got to sit and give it its just due. And the way my attention span is set up, thank you, Apple, for not giving us all the episodes at one time. Okay, I need this to be week to week to week. If you are new here and you have not already, hit that subscribe button for all your horror and nerdy content. And if you want to help support the channel even further, make sure you hit that join the channel membership. So let's get into this episode. First thoughts on season 2, episode 1, Charles.
It's weird. I can see that it's kind of a chess game going on or whatnot in there, just based on how it ended and how it began. It's just they kind of like hit reset for a second. I don't know. It was wild. It had me feeling. After a while, I watched it right after I got done with the other part. So my first thought was, what the hell going on?
I kind of had the feeling of, and it's funny that they dropped it right after like holiday season, and it kind of put you in the mind of after you go on vacation or take a break for like Christmas and New Year's Eve, and now you have to go back to work. It's like they thrust us, like you said, right back into the office. And I feel like they did a good pacing of getting us back into the story and getting us prepared for season 2 to like let us know this is kind of what we're going to be doing for season 2. This is why we're back in the office. This is what to expect. And they set it up really well. So Mark S. comes back to work. They said it's been, 5 minutes since, what do they call it? The uprising, if you will. So 5 months after the uprising, he come back to the office and he has new coworkers. And it seems like these people are just happy to be there. These innies are like, I don't understand why you're acting like this. We're fine at work. Like, we love Lumon.
Yeah, they felt like plants, man. I thought because Buddy, I forgot the guy's name, but he had all those stories about where he used to work. Like, like, bro, you lying, bro. That was the first thing I thought. And like the lady Gwendolyn, when she stuck out to me because she was wearing a totally different color. Like the this show is really big on like subtle symbolism, and that stuck out to me.
I agree.
So like, I felt like they were fake. Like, you know, he was back there in the office, but these people were like playing them. That's why I thought they were going with it, but it kind of threw me a curveball. But bro was definitely lying about how he was getting back and forth to work and stuff.
Yeah, these are like the coworkers that seem friendly at first, but will go back and snitch on you to your boss for doing one wrong thing. After you come into work and you like 2.5 minutes late, and they be smiling on your face, asking you, "Do you want coffee?" And then during your break, the boss is calling you in the office and saying, "Well, we heard you were late today." Those are those
Yeah,
kind of coworkers. Those are the coworkers that when you be like, "Man, F this job," they'll sit there and be like, "Ah, but we love it here. Why would you say a thing like that?"
yeah, they were definitely drinking the Kool-Aid. But you
I don't
know,
blame
I don't know. It seems like everybody plays along to get along to some extent too. But I couldn't tell because now the big confusion now is like, okay, he's back in there, but they can turn these people on and off at will. So are these people even severed? You know what I'm saying? That was my first thought was these are agents. They put you in a controlled environment. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It might still be that, but it's weird how they plan it.
because there's so much we don't know yet
Yeah.
about Lumen. Mark tried his best to get rid of his new coworkers till he just said, "I'm going to the board, okay? Because if y'all want me to actually even attempt to do some new work, I need my people with me, okay?" And the way he hauled ass down that hallway just for fun, because I'm thinking I didn't know he was going to call the board. I thought he was just trying to find a way to get out, and he had a better plan because I guess at this point he knows that there's no way out. And that was smart thinking on his behalf to say, if I can't get out of here, then y'all gonna have to bring my people back. Let me get in contact with the board and go and tell them direct. Which, if you think about chain of command in any job, your direct supervisor would hate for you to go above them.
Oh yeah. Seth is probably mad. Black Buddy. He's an
Milkshake.
interesting character too, though. But yeah, like he. I mean, but I don't know if it's like, what was he gonna fire him? Was he firing him until the board came around and said, "We'll give him his old crew back"? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's some kind of mind game they playing because Seth, ain't his name Seth, the black guy?
Milkshake.
Yeah. Like he told Mark that the others just didn't want to come back. Then all of a sudden he gets them back. Like, yeah, come on, man. Something going on.
Because I was literally like, they like dropped them in there like Alice in Wonderland or something. Like, like how did the board get them? And because I'm wondering, did their Audis want to, except for uh the one
Irvin.
guy? Yeah, because
Yeah.
not Irv. Is it Irv?
Irvin,
Not
yeah,
Irv.
the one that wanted the one that was he found out Buddy had a wife, but a husband.
No, not Irving. The black guy,
Oh,
light
Dylan.
skin. Yes, because he didn't make it. He didn't get to the little break, you know. And so
Oh
I'm
yeah, he
like,
didn't get
did
out.
y'all's Audis want to come back and Lumen wouldn't let you? Or I still want to know, like, how was Mark as the only one that came back until the
Yeah.
board put them back?
That's why I
So
feel
I,
like it's some funny business. Like they're not being upfront with him about that. And I definitely don't think Helly is Helly because why would she go back as Helly? Helly been a problem the whole time.
and we definitely going to talk about that. We're definitely going to talk about what, you know, what could be up with her for this
Yeah, 'cause
season,
she
and what does
came
this
in
mean?
lying. She
What does this
came in when
mean?
she came in lying. I was like, hold on, man, what's going on? Why you in here lying?
Yes, we gonna get to Helly slash Helena and her reason for being there, and because it's like when everybody was coming in, it's almost looking like, why am I here, or why am I being brought back, or how long have I been gone? It's like they were everybody was a little bit confused about what was going on in the moment. So I'm really curious what happened in those 5 months, and hopefully they will tell us during this season what was going on with their outies during this time. Maybe what was the consequence that happened to them when everybody was found out. There's that piece missing as to what went on during that time span, and did their outies want to go back to work and Lumen told them no, or did they even not want to go and then they got talked back into like something is going on with that whole situation as to where they came back to work, and I
Yeah,
am
it's
anxious.
definitely something.
Some strange is going on, because I'm even surprised that Mark S went back to work, because I'm
Yeah, because
in my mind
I
I'm
mean,
thinking like, why would your outie then, why would you go back? Because I feel like he had, even though he don't really know stuff, I feel like he had enough information to not want to go back.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
that's just me. I feel
maybe,
like there
but
was
maybe
enough.
the whole like trying to forget thing is still messing with him.
I don't know. And then especially with his Annie talking to his sister, I'm like, you had enough information to not go back there. So something told you to go back in there anyway. I don't know what it is, but I'm definitely curious to find that out. So, corporate America is something else. When I tell you some of these jobs will gaslight you and
It's
give you
hell, bro.
but gaslight you over the simplest things. We know you just raised hell up in this place, but we gonna put on a smile anyway and bring you these balloons. Milchick is that guy from your office that smiles in your face, but you know good and hell well they're being condescending. You know good and hell well they don't give a damn about you. They care more about that damn company. As
Yeah, man.
and then the main people that's doing this, y'all don't even own the company. Y'all ain't got no stock in the company. Y'all employee just like everybody else. With that, ooh, I can't stand them coworkers that be so smug and want to smile in your face, knowing
But
that
they
they
in the corporate life.
don't give a damn about you at all. They're just ass kissing for their own for the higher ups, and had this whole little cartoon video about the uprising. They were putting everybody business in the wind, telling on everybody like the whole time. And I don't understand. And maybe because their innies don't really have enough human experience to realize that they were being watched and monitored. Because it's like
Hmm.
us watching them would know that. But if you think about it, their any self hasn't really been exposed to a
Yeah,
lot. So they wouldn't think to know that they're probably being tracked this whole time, but then sat there and uh, gaslit them into thinking, oh, y'all may have did this, but you know what? You know what? Maybe we'll do better, and we will treat you guys with utmost respect. And you know what? We'll give you a nice little pizza party and a keychain when you do a good job. Here's that gift certificate to go out to eat after work, and trying to make it seem like we're gonna reward you for the for doing a hella work. We're gonna give you the tiniest award to show you that we appreciate you, and don't none of that equal better pay and promotions and stuff.
hell no. I want to do everything except pay you.
Exactly. And then be lying to you behind your back. These same companies know they'll be bankrupt for 6 months and then tell you 30 days before they're about to shut down. Or know that they expanded the company for the last 6 months and then tell you like the week before that they're about to grow and it's gonna be some leadership changes. But be walking in smiling like this, like y'all want some donuts?
Yeah, it's that corporate BS, man. I like the scene with the cartoon because it really was like a look at reality, because that's what corporations do. They'll take any little movement and they'll co-opt it. Oh, Gay Pride Month. Black History Month, whatever. Your corporation been freaking doing bad by these groups, marginalized groups, this entire existence, and all of a sudden you on board during their month. Like that's exactly what this seems.
To do damage control. Like we
Yeah.
fire somebody for having dreadlocks, but then during Black History Month, we gonna wear kente cloth on Friday.
Hi, Nancy Pelosi.
It's like, what? It's like you bring me welcome back balloons, but you had me out of work for 5 months.
Bruh. Essentially dead for 5 months. They just woke me up.
Exactly, but now we're gonna be celebrated. Okay.
Oh my God.
I cannot stand. This is why I work from home now, because the micromanaging that takes place, that when I hate feeling like I'm being constantly watched and observed, so that people can nitpick about the simplest things, or feeling like making jobs feel like slavery, and it shouldn't be that way.
Nah.
You shouldn't be locked in. And then with the last season when they were all in trouble and they locked the doors on them,
Yeah,
like y'all can't even get out until I say so. What?
I could never see me doing that kind of thing, like that whole separate thing. Anyway, I could have sent my new other self somewhere, because if he's anything like me, he ain't gonna like going to work. So why would I? It sounds like it shouldn't even be a debate whether this is like cruel and inhumane. Like it's crazy.
You
That it
don't
is a
know
debate.
what they're doing to you at work. They don't know if people sitting up there playing in your face for work, that you work at all these long hours.
Yeah,
You
like your
don't
next door neighbor.
yeah, and playing in your face at work all day long. You getting tortured at work, and then they're telling you that you can't even leave. They don't even know what it feels like to go outside and get fresh air. Like you don't for 8 to 12 hours a day, you're being tortured, but you don't know about it. Like what does that do to you psychologically?
Yeah.
In the long run for this happening, but just like, regular
And
old corporate
their
America.
life should flash by, because like you're missing 8 hours a day. Like for 8 hours a day, like your days are short as shit because you gotta sleep. So
Yeah, the trade-off ain't enough for me.
nah,
It's
they ain't living. They should be rich. They ain't living at all. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Then we take Buddy here, who mistakenly saw that he had a child, which was all Milchick's fault for popping up at his house in the damn closet. And now, as an incentive, because that's what we do at work, we give you incentives, right? Oh my God, it just gave me flashbacks to one of my jobs. That was like trying to give us little incentives. I'm telling, for those of us that have been burned by corporate America, this sometimes stuff like this will be so freaking triggering. It'll be so triggering. I had a job, one of my ABA jobs, where they split us into teams at work. And it would be like almost supposedly friendly competition, like the team who I guess saw the most clients, or who came into work on, everybody was on work on time, or who had a good satisfactory rating by clients, or their clients met their target by this day, or whatever company markers they wanted you to have. And so whatever the thing was, by the end of like the month, whatever team met all of these standards would get like a $5 gift card, or an ice cream party, or they would get free breakfast or something. The stupid ass stuff like that. Like, we want you to work hard. We want you to do these to meet our goals and our quotas, and then we're going to give you something, small. Like, here's a thank you card. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
But
they do them like, yeah.
Look,
Taunting
this
them with something they know he
right
wanted.
is wild though, because I mean he essentially know he has a kid, so of course he's curious. Like that's diabolical. Like that's it's terrible. He using that against them. But like I said from the beginning, like, is this like just they setting this up to spy on Mark? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it just to keep him in control because he was the anomaly that caused the? I feel like Haley was the anomaly that caused the first outbreak, but I don't
But
know. It's
Dylan
something
also,
something with
he's the
Mark, man.
one
Because
that has,
even the
you,
boss lives next to him in real life. Like, why are they looking at him so close?
and Dylan here, they know it's a lot riding on him because out of everybody, he's the one that's married with children. And they know that there's probably something inherent in him that's like, although I don't necessarily know these kids, but they're still mine. Like, this is my real family. And for you to for you to sit at work, but know that there's people out there that you care about has to mess with you. Of course, let's use something motivating as an incentive for you to do the right thing. And you know what? I think that they are looking at Mark a lot more because they know they have his wife. And the thing is, they want to know if the severed experiment works or not. Because if we take the reason he signed up to be severed anyway, is so that he don't have to grieve all day long, but we'll put her right in front of his face and let's see if he notices anything or there's a connection made so that they can test to see if the sever really works. And I think they're looking at him every day just to make sure that it's still working. So there is definitely a lot riding on Mark S. There's Dylan now has uh, he has something else going on that nobody else has for him to question why he would want to stay there. So in order for him to want to still be there, we have to give you an incentive to want to still be here. So yeah, they're definitely playing in everybody's face here.
Yeah, it's it's perfect mystery. I hope the payoff for this ain't no bullshit because I'm gonna be mad.
They better not lead us now down. You know, I'm gonna say my theories to the end of this review because I feel like I have a few theories of why all of this is going on, and I feel like they're hinting at a few things as to why this is going on. But I'm gonna save my theories for what could really be going on at Lumen behind the scenes at the end of this review. Stick around real quick. I definitely want to say, give a shout out to the channel members and all the channel subs. Again, if you have not hit that subscribe button, please go ahead and do that. And I want to say thank you, appreciate you all. Join that channel membership. There's some content that has not been released there, and we would love for you to be part of the Final Girls, Final Guys, or Screen Kings and Screen Queens. We'll be right back.
Well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help but to hear. No, I can't help but to hear it.
Thank you.
Thank you. What a beautiful wedding. What a
Thank you.
beautiful wedding.
Thank you.
Bridesmaid to a waiter. But what a shame. What a shame. A poor groom's bride is
Thank you.
a whore.
Thank you.
I chime in with the haven't you people ever heard of
Thank you.
closing a goddamn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of
Thank you.
closing a goddamn door? No, much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of...
So this episode's and probably this season's biggest maybe controversy or mystery might be to determine if this is really Helly or Helena. I was first thinking immediately when she started lying this was Helena. But what if it is Helly and Helly just doesn't want her coworkers that actually like her to know that she's really an Egan? And maybe she's just like, I don't want them to know that I'm really an Egan, so I'll lie about it. And another thing that kind of made me think it could be Helly is that, you know, she got a little something, something from Mark. And Mark is like, I'm trying to find my outie Mark's wife. And she was kind of like, why? So you know, it's kind of I'm kind of thinking like the things that tell me that it could be still Helly is that she doesn't want them to know she's a descendant of Kier, and her dad owns a company, and that she's maybe might sabotage Mark finding his wife, because if he finds her, then their little thing will be over. But then it could be Helena, because I feel like maybe there's a piece of Helena that saw how her Eni was acting, and she said, "Let me go see myself." If she had to go through all of this to try to tell me what's happening here, maybe it might be some foolishness that's going down here, and I need to check it out for myself. Or she might be down there, like you said, spying on everybody. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Y'all,
think
what you
she's
think?
an agent, man. Like, I don't know. It was subtle hints. Cause I mean, the lion was the first thing, but like she seemed like kind of a newbie down there. She was hesitant. It's her actions weren't normal. It's like she was reading Mark because she didn't. I mean, she doesn't know Mark. You know what I'm saying? But she has to pretend like she does. So I don't know. I think she's a spy. I think Helly went down there and raised hell, and Helena, like, you know what, got to sabotage this debacle. So she got to go down there and make sure that Mark does the right thing. He does what he's supposed to do, whatever that is. Which that's so ambiguous. They don't even know what they're doing down there. Like, come on, man. It's definitely an experiment within an experiment. Like, they got too many controls. This whole show is an experiment. But what's the end goal? The end goal, like that's
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what is her end game? Like, and if it is Helena, like, I guess who's pulling the strings that would allow her to go on the severed floor unsevered?
her own people. Shit.
Because why what do they want at the end of the day? And then what if she goes there and she finds some ish that Lumen actually is hiding from her? Because I'm thinking, what if it's compromised? Because they should know by now that the Ennies is gonna be poking around. What if she stumbles upon something that she don't even know about Lumen? Because I don't even think they told her everything.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, they kind of talked about how she really didn't want to do this. She was doing it like for the company. She doesn't seem like she's down for the company. You know what I'm saying? It's just something I got to do. Some, her pops will want her to do or whatever. So that's like some family obligation shit.
And
But
I feel like she could be compromised if she finds out that this company really is full of shit.
oh yeah, she can mess around and be Mark's inside outside man. At the end of the day. But
That's a good point. That's a good point. We gonna see. I'm interested to see how this works out. But I think Irving did the right thing by not telling everything that he saw. Because if Irving really was that guy who was like military trained, he would be able to spot out some. Even though he is on, and the Irving we see now is the Any. If there's any part of his brain that still operates from that, he would know how to spot somebody that's lying, and he would know how to maintain privacy and secrecy. So I'm glad he didn't tell the group what he saw or everything that he saw when he had woken up.
yeah.
Because I was saying, like, please don't tell her everything. Please don't say everything out loud, because we don't know what information could still be compromised at this point. Or even if
Yeah.
there's still cameras. Because just by Milchek saying ain't no cameras in here, Milchek been lying
Yeah,
since
come
we.
on, man.
Nah, that wasn't good enough. That wasn't
Hey,
good
but
enough.
you don't need cameras if you got a spy. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That's true as well.
Yeah.
When when Buddy said when Buddy said, "Why are you a child?" I busted out laughing because they sitting there looking at her like, "I know I ain't finna take orders from this little
Yo,
kid."
that was the right question though.
Because my mind was like, I was thinking the same thing because I'm like, first of all, y'all put Mark S back in the office with some new coworkers, and then send Soo Young in there. Why?
It's terrible. Terrible.
What is the reason?
Just like Black
And
Parrot. It's terrible.
and I was thinking the same thing. Is is she severed? Or then I thought again, what if she is severed, but in a way that she never wakes up? Because
So she's always down there.
what if she's always there? Now I don't know
I
her.
mean,
Oh, her name is Miss Wong. Child, I've been calling her Soo Young.
oh my god. Oh my god. Don't even know that's the right kind of Asian.
You were about the wrong
Yes,
thing.
sir. Yes, sir.
But yes, what if her sever is different? What if she is just what if she just stays there? Because what parent would put their child what parent would let their child first of all go to work a 9 to 5 when her ass need to be at school or something? Because why would she decide that unless this was some kind of experiment that whatever life she had before this is gone and this is her new life? Because I don't see the purpose of her either working there being unsevered or they severing her. And because why does she need to be missing 8 hours a day?
I don't know. It gives morbid when you think about severing kids.
Yeah.
But my first thought, and maybe it's just me being black and not, exposed to a lot of things. But my first thought was Miss what Casey? Miss
Mm-hmm.
Casey, like, isn't she Asian? And this little girl's Asian? Like, what if that's her daughter? That's my and I'm like, hold on, if that's her daughter,
Then in
does
that case,
Buddy have a kid? But he had the kid severed. I don't know.
but in that case, then then Miss Casey may not leave either. Who
Yeah,
is,
now
we
that's
know
what
that
I
to
was
be the
thinking that
wife
too. Like,
that
I mean,
supposedly died and is now here. What if
she
neither
can't
one of
leave
them get to
because
leave?
I mean she's officially dead. So what would she leave and be? I never thought about that. Yeah, she can't leave. She definitely is there 24/7. This little
So
girl
how
could
is it
definitely be there 24/7 too.
they could be there? What if there's like this whole community that they're cultivating of these people who just cannot leave? And then who made the decision for them to not be able to leave? But what is that? Is that a form of mind control?
Man, but like,
Because then you could tell these people anything and they go for it because they don't know anything else.
yeah, I mean, but like, if you can split, you can create a new consciousness. I mean, in my opinion, the next step would be to transfer consciousness. Like, what if they put an older person into this little girl head? Because she doesn't act like a kid at all. Like, she's very grown for her age.
Yes, she is, because what child would actually even want to work there? There ain't nothing fun about Lumen at all. As
Yeah,
much as they be trying to make
yeah.
their music dance experience parties fun, that wasn't fun either.
Are they saying like if you sever a kid, you can take all their joy away just by? Is that possible?
That's why Lumen got some. They got some secrets going down. Y'all drop in the comments and tell us y'all's theories about Soo Young and why would
Oh
they?
my
Why
god.
would you sever a child? What would be the reason?
Oh my god.
And it's funny that you said transferring of consciousness because what if, because in my mind, I was thinking, okay, his wife didn't die. She didn't die and she's here now. But what if she did?
Yeah, I
What
thought
if,
about that too. Like she
what if
died and there's somebody else in there.
and in that case, she can't wake up. Like trying to unsever her would be impossible if the real her is gone.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of war references here. And think about Mark S was a history teacher. They had that painting when everybody was coming back to the job of Cure. It looked like some kind of war painting that was going on in the background that they had put up. If they of all the art, they be having the strangest art placed around on
They
this
do.
building, but I know it's purposeful. They got some strange things happening that are tied to war and history. And I and they because they said the company started, many years ago. How
Hmm.
long have they been working on whatever they're working on? And it has to be something about transferring consciousness or cloning. The goats gave that part, away. Or the clothes or
Yeah.
the lambs, the goats or the lambs or something, whatever they had, that have to do with like cloning. Something is happening with cloning and transferring of consciousness that Lumen is not saying anything. But the way they be saying thank Kier and praise Kier, it could be a whole cult down there. Okay. This might turn out to be a Rosemary's Baby at the end of the day is all them witches.
It was a
We
corporate cult.
they could, they could be in the basement with a whole coven. At this point, we don't know.
It's something cyberpunky about it. I don't know. I feel like the technology is too far ahead in some places and like too modern day in other places. It's like I don't know. I feel like the
I think it's to
timeline is
confuse them, especially the severed people, so that they can't, so that their allies can't make connections if we don't know what year it is, because some of the furniture and the tech, like you said, some of it is modern, some of it is old school, some of it is advanced, and I think that is to maintain the separation of the severed.
yeah, and they're finding like bad code. Like I don't know.
Scary,
It's a
scary
it's a
numbers.
it's a reach. It's a reach. But my first thought was genetics. Like you know how you proofread DNA or whatever. I don't want to get too into the weeds with that, but you can proofread DNA. You can utilize certain things like primers or whatever to like split DNA apart, find specific genes, specific codes, and remove them or add them or whatnot. It's like my first thought when they was doing the little thing was that because they would take it, they would drag it into the little box, and like when it's illustrated in like biology books or whatever, especially like for like kids or whatever, it's kind of done in a similar fashion with the little DNA strand or whatever. So I don't know. I They could be rewriting her totally. Like she might have died for real, and now they're rewriting her psyche from scratch from a dead body, or maybe
At
she
this
didn't
point,
die at
nothing is
all,
stretched.
and they abducted her, and now they're using Mark, who was severed, to program her some type of way. Like maybe he's programming her. I have no freaking clue, but it's it's
At this
something
point, like I said,
to
at
do.
this point, nothing is too outlandish because we don't know what's going on. I'm here for all the conspiracies. I'm here for all the theories about what's going on. So one of us got to be right. Y'all, drop down in the comments and let us know what are your theories for season 2, especially after this first episode.
Man,
What
I
do you
hope
think
it.
is really going on at Lumen? What is going on with Miss Casey slash Gemma? Why would they sever a child? And is this Helly or Helena? And if it is, then what is the company's Endgame. Again, if you are just now joining us, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We will be reviewing this series weekly, by the way. So if you are into Severance, if you have not watched the series, go back and binge it. It is a good series to watch. Last season had about 9 episodes, so hopefully we have about the same range of it. It is on Apple TV, unless you do it the pirate way or the ski mask way. Then that's on you, dog. You get it how you do. But it is an Apple TV series, and I've always been, satisfied with things that I've watched on Apple TV. Again, we want to hear from you all. And what else should we be watching that's coming up that you all are watching right about now? If you go on the channel, there is a review for Goosebumps and Squid Game Season 2. Next month, we will be talking about Captain America and, of course, continuing with our weekly Severance reviews. Is there something else that falls in the radar in between the time? Let us know. But glad to see you all. Thank you all for joining us. Again, look out for the next review for episode 2 coming next week. Hopefully, we will be consistent with this, and I think Sundays will be our Severance days. But we'll see you all next week.
Severance days.
Stay warm.
I need the cash, I need it fast. I treat the stash like it's up for grabs. On the road to the riches, my foot on the gas. I chase the success like this is my last. I wake up in the morning, thank the Lord that I made it here. I was so close to the edge like a bad bitch, baby help. Turn a little nothing in the stove, like I put a bun in the oven. I first get red like a newborn. If you weren't with me going through storms, then you can't make it rain with me. You ain't in the struggle when the struggle trying to hustle. Don't play with me. You sleep for a week, you spend the day with me. Look at my shoes, have problems even lacing it. If I handed you my talent in the cup, you know dry niggas are probably end up wasting it. Now who's gonna